Are you ready to expand your positive mindset? Do you want to experience a life filled with love, joy, and harmony? If so, this is the episode for you. My name is Henry, and welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because we're going to do exactly that. But before we get started, we'll take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say this word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves into the frequency that we desire. So we're going to pick a word together, and we're going to align on this word just like we did in the breath before. The word is power. When you breathe in, I want you to say power, power, power over and over and again. Imagine it. Just close your eyes and imagine it blowing up like a balloon each time you say power. As you hold your breath, I'm going to say some positive I am statements about power. Listen to them. Try to say them with me if you can. Allow them to be poured into you. And then once we exhale, allow anything that no longer resonates with that frequency to leave you so that we can expand into the power frequency for this episode. So go ahead and take that deep breath in. Power. I am powerful. Powerful is me. It is simple, it is easy, it is convenient for me to step into my power. I am powerful. Go ahead and exhale. Well, I hope you're ready. I hope you're aligned for a powerful message, really tapping into that exact word, power, so that you can create the most amazing life. Now, what if I was to tell you there's life and then there's your experience? We think about life. We think about our job, who we're going to be, our status, our kids, all of that stuff, the future. That's our life. But you are something more. You are a being, a soul, a spirit, something with meaning that was here before, that's going to exist after this, that is here to have an experience, not a life. We get so lost on the life that we forget why we're here. We are here to grow, to elevate, to get into the highest frequency so that we can experience different experiences, so that we can create more of the love that we desire. You see, you create what you are. You are an emitter of energy. As you perceive, you will experience the world and you will receive it, because the energy that you take in will come out of you. You become flow state always. When you say flow state, we're usually talking about it in a positive way because you're in the zone. You're operating in alignment with something. But you're always in flow of something. You might be in flow with negative frequency, negative thoughts, hurt, pain, trauma. You are in it. That's why it's consistent. It never stops. You cannot be in a frequency and then receive another frequency. You are in flow of that frequency. Now, something to remember, if you don't know what your frequency is what you frequently see, what you see in the world. If you see all the pain, hurt, and trauma in the world, that's probably what you're resonating in. And I know when you hear that, you think about, what about the extremes? What about the people in war zones? What about the people that are young that get these diseases that will kill them? What about all these terrible things? It's still an experience. It has to be true for all. It cannot be just true for some. It cannot just be true when times are good. The laws of the universe have to be the laws of the universe. You see, this life that we hold on so dear is actually just an experience for us to learn and grow. So whatever happens in it, we have the ability to learn and grow always. You see, what you can do, there's life, there's this thing happening in front of you. We're seeing so many different things. But what you feel is what matters. Because as you feel, you are. If you have $10 million in the bank, but you feel alone, you feel empty, you feel lost, you don't feel loved, you feel like you don't need to be here. What do you have? You have nothing. Now, what if you don't have a single dollar to your name, but you feel loved? You love your surroundings. You love the people around you. You love yourself. You love your life. What do you have? You have it all. You see, the external things are not the thing. That's the life. We are going to have a life while we're here, but we're experiencing it. We are not it. We are the experience of it. So in this experience, we are meant to grow. In hard things, that's where the most opportunity is. As you see, you will be. So if something bad happens, say it's that diagnosis, say you're in that war zone, say you're in poverty, whatever it is, I'm not saying that this is easy and that you can just get over it. I'm just saying the truth of the laws of the universe that I understand them as I do. Your ability to grow. In fact, the biggest names in this space, the people that have been known for generations, for years, for thousands of years, that have transcended time, are all people that went through hardship, yet remained as they are. So if you are love, no matter what happens to you, you will perceive the love, no matter how hard it is to find. Even if it's my life might be ruined, but somebody else might learn from my life. Somebody else's experience can be built upon and be better because of my life. That's finding the silver lining. In the silver lining, there is love. So in the whole scale of what's happening, my life is going to end. I'm too young for this. I don't want to die. This isn't fair. But they're going to learn from what I go through to improve science, to improve healthcare. Maybe some of my organs, some of my body parts will be used for somebody else. You see, finding that good, it's the whole experience that they're having, but they're able to pull in a certain energy that they desire to feel through that experience. You see, as you feel is what you're truly doing. How you feel is what you are. It doesn't matter what's going on if you don't feel as you desire to feel. So if you want to create this future, if you want to live this experience that's amazing, that's abundant, that's powerful, you have to understand how you feel and work on that. And I don't mean like your feelings. I'm talking about how you feel. You feel as you give. You cannot give for any length of time different than you feel. That will come to an end. If you're empty within, if you're in pain and hurt and you're dealing with the trauma, if you're trying to constantly give love without solving that, you will burn out. You will run into that difficult time where you fall apart, where you break down, and who knows when it'll come. It could be in a year, 2 years, 3 years. You will run out because you are giving from an empty tank. You cannot give as you are, or you only can give as you are. You cannot give as you not are. That's why you have to heal the things. You have to learn to love the things. You have to learn to understand the things beyond self. Don't think about how it affected your life. Go back to your higher self and look at the grand experience and think about what your life can become because of what's happened. Who can you become because of the trauma that you've come through? What powerful, amazing, wonderful version of yourself can you become because of the hurt? When you start focusing on that, then it's no longer about you, about your ego, about your life. It's about the energy that you can give, the experience, the healing, the love that you can give. This is all happening for you. So that's why in the war zone, maybe you're meant to be the hero. This is one of the ways that I got over flying. I used to be so afraid of flying. And I realized I wasn't afraid of flying. I was afraid of crashing, which obviously makes sense. But then I thought, that's the ego talking. Why would I be afraid to die when everyone's going to do it? We all die. Why would I be afraid of that if I'm trying to be in my purpose? If I'm trusting universe and God that I'm trying to be something, that I'm trying to go, if that ends up being the test, or I'm on the plane that goes down, well, I can operate in my highest frequency of love for all the people that are around me in that plane. Why wouldn't I want to be there? Why do I view my ego, my life so big as to wish I wasn't on the plane that they would be on that would crash? And of course you might think, well, I would want nobody in it. But if the plane's going to crash and people are going to be on it and you should have been on it, why wouldn't you want to be there? Your purpose is to be love, or whatever frequency you're called to be at all times, no matter what is going on. When you are that, the feeling that we're talking about becomes so powerful. That's how you operate in your power. This is how you create the most wonderful life. This is how you show others the change. This is how you become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. Not only was this a message about leveling yourself up, becoming that highest version, stepping into your power, this was also, and you didn't realize as I was doing it, a lesson on patience. a lesson on being exactly as I spoke. You see, I just recorded this episode, and I thought it was one of the best recordings that I'd ever done. I had just done it. And I went to edit it, and I realized that one of the cables under the system, my dog was laying under there and pulled it out. This has happened twice this week. So where I had to re-record the whole thing, where your passion goes into it. I did not want to do it. I started to get frustrated. Then I thought about what the message is that we're talking about. Am I going to be frustrated because something happened? If I operate in frustration, that's what I am. It doesn't matter the situation. So I pulled myself back. I did some reflection. I slowed down. I took some deep breaths and said, no, this is an opportunity to prove what I am. It's the holiday weekend. It's busy. If there was ever a time to not do an episode, it's now. But yet I'm still showing up because I said I would show up. I said for the rest of the year, it would still be an episode every day. I said that to you and I said it to me. By showing up, that's where the belief comes in. As you believe, you become. As you become, you receive. That's how it goes. I know I'm getting into another message here, but I just wanted to know. I'm trying to operate in this frequency to give to you. I hope that you're trying to operate in that frequency to give to others so you can truly rise up and help people. Again, if you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, subscribe to the email list. It's right down below. And there's my social media. There's the Instagram and TikTok down below as well. We're going to do a final deep breath as we exit here. So I hope you connect with me on this one. We're going to go back to the power. We're going to say it again as we breathe in, say it, charge yourself up, visualize it expanding. As we hold our breath, I'm going to say some positive I am statements about power. Speak them into yourselves as best you can. Once you exhale, anything that doesn't resonate with it, let it go. And when you're ready, open your eyes and move forward in your power. Go ahead and take that next deep breath in. I am power. Power is me. I can operate in my power because I know I have the strength for the choice. I am the one that can become the version of myself that I know I'm meant to be. I am power. Go ahead and exhale.